The river is the clan's lifeblood, its pulse a steady rhythm against the mud-caked banks. Kale watches from the tree line as his mother, Elora, wades into the shallows, her hands deftly plucking the thick, fibrous reeds they use for cordage in baskets. Morning mist hangs low, muting the calls of distant, unseen things. This is the texture of their world, a careful balance of risk and reward. The water gives them fish, drink, and the soft clay for sealing their meager shelters. But the water also holds dangers, and the clan's survival depends on knowing the difference. His spear, a fire-hardened shaft tipped with the sharpened tooth of an Allosaurus, feels like a twig against the backdrop of this vast, indifferent landscape of prehistoric life. Their entire culture of osteodontocratic technology, the bone awls, the horn scrapers, the toothed daggers is a testament to generations of scavenging in the wake of giants. But today, the rhythm is wrong. A profound silence blankets the riverbank, a stillness that prickles the skin. The small, feathered compsognaathids that usually skitter through the undergrowth are absent. No fish break the water's surface. Kale scans the opposite bank, a dense wall of cycads and ferns, and sees nothing. He trusts the silence less than any roar. He signals to Elora, a low whistle, but she is focused, her back to him, her arms full of reeds. She takes one more step into the murky water, reaching for a particularly lush cluster. The river explodes. It is not a creature erupting from the water so much as the water itself taking monstrous form. A colossal head, long and narrow like a fallen log studded with daggers, lunges from the depths, conical teeth built for piercing and holding, clamped down on Elora's torso. There is no time for a scream to form, only a choked gasp as she is lifted from the water, her body a broken doll in the immense jaws. Behind the head rises a horrifying apparition, a gigantic sail of skin and bone, a blood-red fin that cuts through the morning mist like a terrible sunrise. The Spinosaurus aegyptiacus, a demigod of the riverways, has arrived. The clan is frozen, a gallery of silent, horrified statues. The beast does not roar. It makes a low, guttural hiss as it shakes Elora once, a violent, final motion. Then with an unnerving calmness, it slips back beneath the surface. The river boils for a moment, then stills. The only evidence of the event is a rapidly spreading stain of crimson that dyes the water, and the bundle of reeds that now floats, untethered, on the gentle current. The lifeblood has been poisoned, is now their cage, and a god of immense and terrible hunger has just claimed the key. Early humans have faced many predators, but this is a force of nature they have never seen, an existential threat that now owns the very water they need to live. Days bleed into a week of thirst. The clan retreats from the riverbank, their world shrinking to the humid, mosquito-infested tree line. The water, once a source of life, is now a shimmering blue line of death. They lick moisture from broad leaves in the morning and chew on damp roots, but it is not enough. The children grow listless, their cries weak. The hunters cannot stop prey that comes to the water to drink, for the sailback shadow patrols its domain with territorial impunity. They watch it from the safety of the high bluffs, a silent, sinuous monster gliding through the water, its long snout breaking the surface to snatch aerosols from the air. This creature does not just hunt to eat, it hunts to own. Fear coalesces into desperation. In the heart of the temporary camp, huddled around a smokeless, miserable fire pit, the elders speak. Their voices are dry husks, old Orin, whose skin is a map of scars from a lifetime of encounters in this prehistoric world, holds up a piece of bone. It is the vertebra of a great beast, weathered and ancient. He speaks not of fighting the monster, but of caging it, towards a place they call the ribs of the earth, the half-buried skeleton of a Brachiosaurus that fell there countless seasons ago. Its immense rib cage juts from the earth like the pillars of a ruined temple. The idea is madness, an act of defiance so audacious it borders on sacrilege. To weaponize the bones of a titan against a living god. Yet, in their desperation, madness is a resource. A spark of collective will ignites. This is a turning point in their hominid history. They will not simply flee. They will use their minds, their hands, their shared knowledge of leverage and balance. The plan unfolds in whispers and drawings etched in the dirt. They would excavate the earth from within the rib cage, deepening it. They will fell trees with their stone axes, sharpening the logs into massive stakes. These they will weave between the bone bars, reinforcing them, creating a lattice of wooden bone. It is the pinnacle of their primitive technology, a monumental feat of engineering born from nothing but desperation and intellect. Gale works with a fury born of grief. His hands run bleeding, grip the heavy stones used to hammer stakes into the hard-packed earth. He hauls logs alongside the other hunters, their muscles straining, their bodies slick with sweat. The entire clan becomes a single organism dedicated to this one task. The women strip vines, weaving them into thick ropes. The children gather sharp flints and carry water in scraped-out gourds from a small, stagnant pool miles away. They work under the oppressive heat, the air thick with the buzzing of insects and the constant, low-level fear that the Spinosaurus will hear them. Every snapped twig, every dislodged rock sounds like a death knell. They are building their salvation, but they are also building a tomb. Though for him they do not yet know, they look at the towering neural spine of the Brachiosaurus skeleton arching above them, and for the first time, they see not just a relic of the past, but a potential tool for their future. A testament to their evolving survival skills. The trap is a skeleton's promise baited with a life. 2 days ago, a hunting party at great risk managed to isolate and capture a juvenile triceratops, its leg hobbled by a thick vine snare. Now they drag the bellowing, terrified creature to the entrance of the bone cage. Its cries of distress are the dinner bell, the scent of its fear and the tang of its blood from a superficial wound are the invitation. Kale and a handful of the clan's swiftest hunters wait, hidden in the dense foliage. Their hearts hammering a rhythm of terror and hope. They are summoning a demon from its watery hell, and they know it may consume them all. For hours there is only the frantic bleating of the young Ceratosaurus and the buzz of insects. Then the ground begins to tremble with a low rhythmic thud. From the direction of the river, the great sail appears, slicing through the canopy of ferns. The Spinosaurus moves onto land with a ponderous, powerful gait, its immense claws digging into the soft earth. It is a creature of two worlds, and it brings the predatory certainty of the deep water into the forest. Its entire being focused on the easy meal struggling in the clearing. It lumbers towards the bone cage, its long snout sniffing the air, its eyes cold and reptilian. The beast steps past the threshold, lowering its head to snap at the calf. Now Orin's voice is a sharp crack in the tension. Kale, perched on an overhanging branch, slushes through the thick vine holding the gate, a colossal log weighted with stones. It falls with the sound of splitting thunder, sealing the entrance. Chaos erupts. This is a sound of pure fury as it realizes the deception. It smashes against the bars, and the ancient bones of the Brachiosaurus groan under the assault. Spears fly from all sides, a storm of sharpened stone and bone. They aim for the softer underbelly, the lattice of gastrolia they know protects its vital organs. The wooden stakes splinter, and a fossilized rib cracks, but the cage holds. This is a new kind of dinosaur fight, not one of brute force, but of intellect against instinct. The monster, wounded and enraged, focuses its fury on one section of the wall. With a terrifying surge of power, it shatters two of the Brachiosaurus ribs, creating a gap. A young hunter freezes, trapped in its path. In a heartbeat, old Orin is there. He shoves the younger man aside. He drives his own spear into the beast's side, a final act of defiance before the massive jaws clamp down, silencing him forever. The sight snaps something in Kale. Fueled by a grief so profound it becomes a weapon, he scrambles down, seizes Orin's fallen spear, and lunges through the splintered bars. He drives the point upward under the thrashing jaw, finding the soft tissue of the throat. The beast convulses, a final earth-shaking tremor, and then collapses, its immense weight bringing down a section of the bone cage in a cloud of dust and shattered history. Silence falls, broken only by the whimpering of the calf and the ragged breaths of the survivors. The river god is dead. In the days that follow, the clan performs a grim harvest. The meat of the Spinosaurus will feed them for a moon, its teeth and claws becoming their new tools, its hide their shelter. The river is theirs again, but they approach it now with a new kind of silence, a reverence born of sacrifice. They have faced one of the most dangerous dinosaurs and, through sheer audacity, have won. This act, this desperate gambit of bone and wood and courage, is more than a single victory in the endless war of prehistoric life. It is a shift in the natural order. It is the moment a species, armed with little more than abstract thought and the strength of its community, stared into the abyss of its own extinction and refused to blink. They proved that the weakness of flesh could be overcome by the resilience of the mind. Does the ghost of that defiance still echo in the steel circuits of our own age? A quiet reminder that the greatest cathedrals of human achievement are built upon a foundation of bone, and the memory of the monsters we chose to face in the dark.